Yo, what up？
你要见还是我
Yo, what up？
你要见还是我
It's Razor Pop 啦！
Hi, I'm Melissa and you're watching Razor Pop. Well, I'm here at the Esplanade, which is home of the annual Mosaic Music Festival. We're just about to meet up with a few of the talented artists who are kicking off the 2-week-long event. But before we do that, let me tell you how you can win yourself tickets to Sam Mendes' A Winter's Tale.
The Bridge Project's production of Shakespeare's The Winter's Tale will be playing at the Esplanade Theatre from the 26th to the 31st of March. Directed by Oscar-winning director Sam Mendes of American Beauty fame, it stars Ethan Hawke, Rebecca Hall, and Simon Russell Beale. The production has won rave reviews in New York as well as in the Straits Times, so expect nothing less than pure genius. To win a pair of tickets to the production, send us an email with the subject heading I Love Shakespeare to razortv@sph.com.sg. Don't forget to include your particulars.
So we get up close and personal with a few Mosaic artists, including jazz legend George Duke, Brazilian darling Eliane Elias, as well as the Yellow Jackets with Mike Stern.
I've actually done a lot of work with a lot of different people, not only doing solo records. I must have, I don't know, I lost count many years ago, maybe 30, 40 solo records. Possibly in terms of record production, I've probably done, I don't even know, 300 albums by different artists, everyone from Miles Davis to Barry Manilow. And so I continue to love to do what I do, and I think it's important, as the gentleman was saying earlier, that I've gone on a crusade now to try to work with the young people and telling them that they need to, what's the word, not only learn their craft, but learn how to express themselves as an individual musically. You know, I think there's too many musical followers out there right now, and I don't want to go on a preaching right here, but I wish there were more musical innovators who are willing to take chances. I think we need to put the danger back in music, and that's something I'm working with. But anyway, as far as I'm concerned, I'm George Duke, and I'm a piano player.
You've got someone to love and no one to hate. But other times, though I try, life's a chore. And for some particular reason, my back is sore, good Lord. You see, the longer I live, the more interesting it gets. There's pains I feel, and you know the ones I haven't felt yet.
I must say I'm so happy to be here. It's my first time in Singapore, and I'm enchanted and really looking forward to being with you and to performing. And I was born in São Paulo, in Brazil, and born into a very musical family, and at a very fortunate time when Brazilian music was really taking off and the bossa nova was happening. And my mom had a great collection of jazz records that she played around the house. She played classical music. So I grew up in a very, very musical environment and became a jazz pianist. That's really what I wanted to do. Moved to New York back in 1981 with the intentions of just pursuing a career as an instrumentalist. And slowly, in the last few years, I started incorporating my voice into the recordings and the performances, and start bringing a new element, which is my singing, and it's something that I've been enjoying, going all over the world and playing and singing. I'm definitely looking forward to performing here.
Find a one who taught me romance, show the sunrise, brought the moonlight, touch of those hands, they led me to this way of living. Hear the sunrise, singing songs now, telling stories.
First of all, I mean, it's really great to be here. The country is just beautiful. It's so clean and it's inviting. It's very comfortable to be here. We've been traveling in other places in Asia, which is not so comfortable. So I've got to experience Clark Key and Boat Key, and I've got to experience some of the food, big tiger prawns. It's like incredible. Just taking in a little bit of the nightlife, and we were at Harry's Jazz Club last night down at Boat Key, and got to sit in and play with some of the local musicians there. So and meet a lot of the local musicians in Singapore that are on the scene doing playing music, working, which is really cool to hear. Yeah, I actually was kind of surprised, that there was as much live music as there was going on in Singapore, and very happy about it. It's, especially in our country, we keep seeing the live music scene go downhill, and we're hoping that turns around as well, that hopefully this administration and, people in it realize how important the arts are, and we get some of that back into the schools and back into the programs, and that people can bring that back. So it's very, very nice to see it happen here, and it's very nice to be a part of it with the teaching and the playing. So we're very happy to be here.
My highlights are specifically, really just having the opportunity to play here, but also to teach. We did a couple master classes and then a workshop, and Dave did the same thing, and that's been really fun. Some really fantastic musicians and just people that are eager to learn. It's always kind of an honor to teach. Generally, I learn more from them than they do from me, I think.
Paradigm has changed for the music industry. I think one of the important things for us to do is to figure out how we're going to get our music played and get paid. That's a big part of it because the whole distribution model has changed. I mean, it was my goal, and I think a lot of these guys' goal when they first came up. You get a record deal, I made it. That's all I need to do. Play some live dates. I got a record deal. I've got security for the rest of my life. That ain't happening anymore. The majors are doing what they do with maybe the pop artists of the day. But if you're playing music that's a little off to the left, so to speak, then I think your only outlet right now is the internet, is independent record labels that understand what we're doing, and hopefully some personnel, one who just got axed, Anyway, and live gigs, live performance. If you can't perform live, you better learn how to perform live. I think it's become very important.
It's extremely important, and I am with Blue Note Records, EMI, and I left them for about 3 years and went with Sony BMG and returned to Blue Note Records. And I am very fortunate and very happy to be with a major label. But I have seen so many changes. And on my end, I can tell you, for example, when I go into a tour, or before a record comes out, I do a press tour. I go to a few countries and have some interviews and do some press, some television, some radio. And so I had the point person on each one of those major countries that we went to. And then I found out, I finished that, and next thing I know is that person is no longer there. The other person is no longer there. They have been losing their jobs, the record company executives and people that work for the record companies. I mean, it's just a smaller staff is becoming more and more difficult. It's like going through a funnel. There are a lot of artists that are losing their record deals. The record companies do not know exactly how to go about, what to do in terms of promoting the records. The internet is a blessing and has been a curse at the same time. It has been both. I really feel that way. I mean, I think it's been difficult, for the record industry. And I just recently found out one of the great PR people that worked for a major record company like that is no longer going to be a PR person there, so we don't have a PR anymore on Blue Note Records. I mean, there's a lot going on, a lot of changes, and I think you guys mentioned we got to go out there, play live. I'm very thankful, we all should be thankful that we come out and we play. Because there was a time where a lot of people were making music in the studio and they coming up, everything was kind of manufactured, but that music couldn't go out and be played. But we are players, and we go out there and we bring the music to you guys, and that's what we love to do. We're going to be at it, you can believe it. And we'll deal with whatever we have to deal with.